Linda Barcz from the Bruce Company is here, taking your calls at 270-9933. Fall is here, but that doesn't mean we can't have some color.
Exactly. That we've got plants in this little basket that will tolerate quite a bit of cold, the celosia and the cabbage, ornamental cabbage and mums. Then even, now this is actually a coral burst that you could put in the ground that's in this little basket. This grass will not survive. That's an annual grass.
And you got your painted gourds again.
I do. Well, I have natural gourds because we have lots. If you want orange pumpkins, we got a nice selection of pumpkins, gourds, and then of course some cool designer ones that for different looks. Yep. It's fun.
All right, let's go to the phones. We will start with Joe in Stoughton. Hi, Joe.
Hello. I have a very old bridal wreath, a couple of them on the east side of the house. They are immense and blocking the windows, so I am cutting them back. I want to know how far back can I cut them? Only the outside part is green. Everything else inside is woody.
Yes, and those big old bridal wreath, that's an old-fashioned plant that's been around probably, I mean, some of those plants are 50 years old. And what happens is the inner part gets all shaded and so they die out. Now, you are taking a chance if you're going to do it this time of the year, but you could take it back very severely and then wait for regrowth in the spring, and you'll have to wait a few years before you get flowering. The better idea might be to wait till spring in case we have a harsh winter, because if you cut it all back, then it may not come back from the roots. But if you do it in the spring before they leaf out, then you're going to immediately redirect that growth from the growth that's there into new shoots.
Okay, so spring would be better.
I think so.
All right, Laura in Beloit. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi.
I have rhubarb that I transplanted last year, or 2 years ago. And this year when it came in, it went to seed right away.
Oh.
Is there anything special we have to do this fall?
Gee, I'm surprised because we sort of had a cool start. Usually rhubarb goes to seed when we have a hot flash, and I don't remember that. Did we have some really warm weather there? I thought
we only had like 3 days of 90 all summer.
All summer. I don't think so. Just keep an eye on it, and if you see that seed head developing because it looks different than a leaf, just cut that down right away. But no, it should not happen again.
All right, Pauline in Black Earth. Hi, Pauline.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, I have a magnolia tree that it had little buds on it from last year that never fell off.
Okay.
But where the buds are, the buds got bigger, and it just it never bloomed this year.
Okay, I did find that was a problem with magnolias. Last winter was very cold for some of the trees that have, we've gradually been introducing magnolias that won't tolerate really cold weather. The ones that are hardy still did bloom, but I saw that last year the magnolias really were affected. We have a whole new winter coming. Make sure that we have enough rain now, but to make sure that your trees are watered going into this winter to try to prepare them for another cold, hard winter, but hopefully we don't.
Yeah, I noticed too the magnolia trees in my neighborhood didn't do much this year.
No, they weren't very flowery because the trees survived, but the flowers did get killed by the frost. I mean, not frost, but it was the 30 below that we had.
That'll do it. Let's go to Joy in Monroe. Hi, Joy.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question concerning foxglove. Explain what that means and fall care of it.
Okay, foxglove are biennial. That means that for the first season, it's going to have just leafy growth at the base, and then the next year that same plant will develop a flower stalk. Then that particular plant dies. So you always let the seeds drop around that, because then what you try to do is get at a stage where you're going to have some plants that are just leafy growth and some that are flowering, and then you eventually build it up so that every year you have foxglove flowering. So if you've never grown them before, you buy plants and it's going to flower that year, and then that plant will die, so leave the seeds in that area. As far as fall protection, you don't have to really do anything. The ones that flowered are going to die. There's no reason that you have to protect them. You can put something around the plants that are just green leaves if you prefer, evergreen boughs or hay, but they're pretty winter hardy.
And those seeds are going to germinate and grow?
The seeds will germinate and grow and develop into
You don't have to do anything to them?
No, they can drop into that area. Now, if you're going to collect them and move them to a different area, then do that.
All right, we're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda will talk to you off the air. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with a final check your forecast.